Hi, this is Dan from CleanGuru again. Last time I mentioned that I would tell you the target market that Tony and I eventually decided to go after, and I will do that in just a second. But before I do, let me share with you a quick story, and hopefully from that story you can learn from our mistakes. When we first started cleaning, we were doing all kinds of things. We were running around like a chicken with our head cut off, frankly, 7 days a week. Let me give you an example of some of the things we were doing. We would mow the lawn at one little building because they needed their lawn mowed, and then we took the trash out to the front curb because that needed to be picked up by the garbage company the next day. We would open up a banquet hall. That's right, this was a wedding banquet hall, and so we were hooking up the pop containers and beer containers, and we were letting in the wedding party and then shutting it down. Now we were cleaning the building, but here we were opening and shutting down a rehearsal hall, a wedding hall. What else did we do? Oh, we would clean a building that was out of town, quite a bit out of town, and we didn't even have keys to that building, so we needed to arrive at a certain time. We cleaned one job where we needed to put together about 15 hours of cleaning one day a week. So it's not like it was 2 hours every day or 3 hours every day. No, we had to pull together all these cleaning workers together with ourselves to clean this building one day a week. It's like 15, 16 hours. So that was crazy. What else were we doing? Oh, I remember one thing. We had a commercial laundry. This is a place that cleans uniforms and mats. And I'm not proud to tell you that what we would do is we would strip and refinish sometimes the painted seal that went on these floors of the plant. So there was like a red painted seal, and we would sometimes have to strip that up and then reseal it. Well, I put in my back pocket the rag that I was used to clean up the stripper, and gave myself quite a burn on my backside from doing that. We were doing everything. We were running around, like I say, like crazy. And we finally figured out that you can't be everything to everybody. And your instinct is to do that. Your instinct is to just help people, to help do any kind of cleaning they want. And I'm not suggesting that you let go of your customers right now. If you have several customers and you're doing odd things like we were, that's fine. But I'm saying you may want to start to make your target market that you pick from now on, try to go after accounts that fit in better with trying to get some reoccurring income. So let me get on to picking our target market, showing you what we did. We selected professional, industrial, and manufacturing accounts that needed to be cleaned from 3 to 5 days a week in the early evening, within 50 miles of our city. Each part of that was important. Again, this was office-type cleaning in the professional, so it could be accounting, legal offices, accounting offices, industrial accounts, manufacturing buildings, within 50 miles of our city, and we wanted them to need at least 3 to 5 days a week of cleaning, and that we could do it in the early evening. Now, once in a while we would have a day porter, and certainly that comes up. But again, I'm talking about trying to establish a target market, because once you've established that, you can put together a list. You can go around and drive around and identify the buildings you want to go after. You could do what we did at times and go online, and there's list services that you could create a list of those kinds of companies. Any way you want to do it, once you've identified the kind of target you want to start to go after, you can put together the list, and then you'll see your company change over, because you can have systems so things are smoother. Not only are your systems make it smoother, you're having that reoccurring income that we talked about. And that helps the customers, that helps the employees, and that helps you. So that was our target market. That's all I have for today. And next time, we'll talk about the question you always hear about. Property managed business or owner occupied buildings? Which should you go after? Until next time, remember, you can do this. You really can.